Hello and welcome. In this Java for Testers tutorial, we are going to learn about this keyword in Java. So when we talk about this keyword is a reference variable that refers to the current object. So whenever you have a class and you create an object of that class, if you use this keyword, it's basically a reference to that particular object, the current object. Now with the usage of this keyword, you can do a lot of things in Java. So for example, you can refer to the current class instance variable. So as we have seen, that instance variable are the global variables that can be used by this keyword. So usually they are accessible within your class, but there are specific usages or specific scenarios where this keyword is required to basically use those instance variable. Then you can use this keyword to invoke the class method. However, implicitly the method by default uses this keyword. Even if you don't specify this keyword with the method to call a method, it still implicitly adds this keyword with the method. And this keyword can also be used to invoke the current class constructors. So I'll explain all these concepts in just a minute. So let me create a new class here, and I'll say this keyword demo. All right, let me include the main method, and say for example this is my class, and here I have the instance variable. Let me create an instance variable x and an instance variable y, and let me create another string, and I'll just say s. Right, now I have three instance variable in this particular class. Let me create a method as well. So public void, and I'll say get data, just a random name there. Now within this particular method, if I want to access these global variables, so let me have some values there as well. So I'll assign 10 and 20 to these values as of now, and then to the string I'll simply assign this as RCV. All right, okay. So now if I have to access these instance variable, these are the global variables, so I should be able to access these within my method. Okay, so I can simply say x plus y, and it should print 30 for me. So if I want to print 30, let me create an object of this particular class and then invoke that method. So new, and then I'll say get data. Right, so if I run this program now, it will print the sum of these two numbers x and y, which is 10 and 20. Okay, now say for example in this method I have the variables defined as a and b. Okay, this is also easy. I mean, I can add these numbers. So I'll say I have assigned 50 to a and 40 to b, and I can print the sum of these two numbers as well. Okay, so I can say a plus b will print me the sum of these two numbers. Right, so x plus y is printing the values that are the instance variable values 10 plus 20, which is 30, and a plus b is the local variables a and b, which have been defined within this particular method. Now say for example within this particular method I use the same variable name x and y. Okay, and I want to print x and y here, and let me run this. Let's see what it prints. So it prints 90, which is basically local variables that have been defined, and this is actually how the Java behaves. Now the local variables are given the preference, and they are being given or the addition of these two variables has been displayed. Now say for example I want to access these instance variables, so that's where this keyword comes in picture. So what you can do is, here, if I want to access the instance variable, say for example in the first case, I can simply say this dot x and this dot y, right? And now this dot x and this dot y will refer to the instance variable instead of the local variable within this particular method. Now if I'll run this, you will see 30 has been printed for the first case, which is referring to the instance variable, and the second statement is printing the 90, 50 plus 40, which is the local variable. So that's the first usage of this keyword. Now this keyword you can utilize to call the method as well. So for example, within I'll create another method. Say I'll just copy this method and I'll name it as getData1. Okay. Now implicitly, so if I implicitly, whenever you call a method from within a method, it by default appends this, but you can say something like this dot get data. Even if you don't use this keyword, it internally gets appended. So I can either explicitly specify this, or so if I run this now, you will see that the values have been printed a couple of times. So the method getData1 has been called from getData, and that is why the values have been printed twice. So first from the getData, these two statements, and then when the getData1 has been called, then these two statements are printing these values again, right? So if I don't specify this keyword to call the method, it will still work exactly same way and will print the same result, because implicitly Java adds this keyword whenever you call the method in the within any method. So this is the second example. And third example is for the constructor. So for example, I have the constructor for a particular class, and I want to initialize these variables through the constructor. So I don't want to assign the values here. I'll initialize. Let me leave the string as is. So for example, I have a constructor which is the default, and then I'll use the parameterized constructor. So I'll create a constructor here, and I'll print string default in this case, and let me have the parameterized constructor, and the parameterized constructor accepts two parameters. So I'll say int x comma int y. Right, so I've taken the same name in this case for these variable, and within this particular constructor, whatever values are being passed in the x and y, I want to assign or initialize the instance variable with those values. So if I say x something like this, then will it work? Right, it's not. So basically I'm just assigning whatever value I'm getting here to the x. But here if you hover over, you will see the assignment to variable x has no effect, right? So if I just simply print, say for example, I'll print x plus y, and then I'll show you what happens. Okay, let me comment out all the methods here. So I won't call the method, I'll just call the parameterized constructor, and I'll say 5 comma 9. Okay, let me run this program, and you'll see that 14, which is the sum of these two values, has been printed. Okay, now say for example, I want to, let me modify this method here, and I want to also call this getData method, which adds the instance variable x and y. Okay, now I haven't assigned any values, or these values are not initialized upfront. So I need to initialize through the constructor. So in this case, if I run this, you will see that 0 is getting printed. So what this means is, with this constructor, whatever values I'm getting or passing these two values 5 and 9 when calling this constructor are not being assigned or initialized for the int x and y. So in order to initialize your instance variable, that's how you use, or that's why you use this keyword. So if I say this dot x, then basically this dot x refers to the instance variable x, right? and if I say this dot y, it refers to the instance variable y. So if you pass the value x and y, whatever values that will be passed here will be assigned to these two variables, which are the instance variable. And now if I run this program, so I should be getting 14 default, which is from the constructor, these two statements that are getting printed first, right? And then 14 is getting printed from this get data. So get data method is being called, where I am adding up the instance variable this dot x and this dot y, which is also being, so in this case these values are being assigned by the constructor. So that's all about the this keyword in Java. So to reiterate, this keyword is the reference variable that refers to the current object, and we have basically seen this keyword in action in this particular class. So that's all for this tutorial. Hope you like it. Thank you very much for watching.